Hello everyone, I hope that this video finds you doing absolutely fabulous. And today I really wanted to just take a little bit of time and talk with you all regarding this COVID quarantine time. I don't know what you have been experiencing. I know that there have been lots and lots of different challenges that have come up because of this whole COVID quarantine situation. And I realize that people may have experienced financial loss, career loss. Perhaps you have been affected by COVID through yourself or family members or friends. But today in this video, I really want to talk about the loss of freedom that some of us have felt during this time of quarantine. Because for me, that has been my actual reality, in the sense of I felt like there was not a whole lot that I could do. I actually retired about 1.5 years ago, and I finally have been able to do the things that I want to do the things that make me happy, that bring me joy. And I started to have lunch with my friends, and I started to we were gonna start taking gardening classes, and I was doing meetups and participating in those activities. And so I really began to taste the great adventure that happens when you don't have to work 8 to 5, right? And because for many years that was my life. And so I started to taste the wonderful opportunities of freedom. And when the whole quarantine went into place, oh man, I felt like the rug was being pulled out of me, right under me. I felt like I was so sad. I was really sad. I was really frustrated because I could no longer do the things that I was actually really enjoying. And so through all of this, I realized about 2 months in that I was just miserable. I was so frustrated. I felt my energy just really just in a not stable place. I was so just upset and just sad, and I felt like, how long is this going to go on? What is going to be this quarantine time? And actually, my sister, who's a nurse, shared with me, she said, this is probably going to be for a while. She said the Spanish flu took about 2 years to fully, go all the way through. And she said, so you need to come to terms with this. So when she shared that with me, you all, I realized that I had to find a way to be able to deal with this, to be able to allow myself to find joy and to find pleasure in this time of quarantine, which I felt like I had lost, right? And so what happened was I started searching for ways for me to deal with this, right? To find peace and calm and joy and happiness. Why not? And I found this podcast. It's on my iPhone, French Kiss Life, Tanya Lee. And one of the episodes that she did was called Life's Simple Pleasures. And you all, when I listened to that, it brought me so much joy. I took that on, some of the things that she said, and I'll share with you, that really, truly helped me. And during this time, what this time of quarantine has done for us, it has really slowed us down. We're spending more time at home. We're spending more time with our families. It has given us time to just really slow things down. And in the slowing down of things, we're able to notice some of the things that bring us joy. So for example, let me share with you a couple of things for me. Because I don't have to, get up and hurry up and go somewhere, I actually have the ability to get up and work out in the morning. And so what I have done is I have worked out outside, because I really love the energy of 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. It is such a gentle, quiet energy, because that's the time, think about it, that's the time when most people are still asleep. And so for me, it's a time that's just very peaceful. And so I work out outside. I started working out outside and I absolutely loved it. It became very pleasurable for me. It was very, it brought me joy, it brought me happiness. And after I finished working out, I would stay outside, sit, water my trees, and just feel the stillness. I would, I close my eyes and I feel the stillness of the wonderful opportunity for that energy. One of the other things is, for you all, it's probably going to be a cup of coffee. For me, it's my matcha tea. I love the first sip of my matcha tea in the morning. It is just, I don't know, it brings you comfort, it brings me joy, and I just absolutely love it. One of the other things, you all, that I did was I shut off my sprinkler system out at the front, which has forced me to water, by hand outside. And at first I did it because I thought, well, at least it's gonna get me out of the house, right? It's gonna give me something to do. And I really enjoy time outside. I really enjoy things in nature. It just brings me so much joy. I'm a tree hugger, you all. I really am. I admit it. I love that. And so I thought, I've always loved watering, the lawn. Even when I was still living at home with my mom, when I was in high school, I really enjoyed watering the lawn. That was just something that I loved to do. It was my job, and I volunteered happily for it because it actually was kind of a form of meditation for me. And so I started doing that here at the house. And it has brought me so much pleasure, you all. I have a new neighbor, and I have gotten to know her really well. She and I just talk. And she has actually, and just our talking, has actually provided some opportunities for my son as he starts to venture out into his entrepreneurship dream. And it would not have happened if I would not have been outside watering. I have gotten to know my neighbors as they're walking by and just kind of, talk and chuckle with them as they're passing by walking. There's times where there's 3 or 4 neighbors that are walking at the same time, and we all just kind of come together in my yard and we just talk, and it's just been such a pleasure, and I have thoroughly enjoyed that. My sister and I just, we get in the car and I'll go with her to run her errands, and we just have a great time talking and just enjoying each other's company. And so, when I started to really look at the simple pleasures, they're around us. And because our life is always so fast and we're always going so fast, we don't stop to really think about the things that bring us pleasure. And so one of the things that Tanya Lee mentioned in her podcast was become curious about what brings you pleasure during the day. Just be really curious about what brings you joy. So that would be some place for you to be able to start to think about where, as you go throughout the day and you experience, fun or pleasure or happiness or satisfaction, any of those happiness, high energy vibrations, think about where you experience that and just take it all in, right? And duplicate that. If it's something that you can duplicate every day, just duplicate that, because it's something that's very pleasurable, right? So for me, I really have enjoyed the working out outside. So I continue to do that because it's bringing me joy. It's bringing me happiness. It's bringing me pleasure. Watering my lawn outside, right? It's bringing me pleasure. So I continue to do that. And just really even the rich conversations that I'm having with my son, just continue to do that. And even if it doesn't happen every day, whenever it happens, just really take it in, because you all, these are opportunities, these are times that we're never going to get back again. So in this time of challenge, really take a step back and look at the good things that can come out of this, and really just accepting and embracing all those pleasures. And you know, once we start to feel good, once we start to experience joy and happiness, it actually raises our vibration. It raises our frequency, because I can tell you, during the time of my frustration at the beginning of the quarantine, during my time of frustration, even my son and I were, you know, just kind of not getting along, and it was just extremely difficult time for me energetically. As I started to shift my vibration, as I started to really notice the things that bring me pleasure, being grateful for the things that I have in my life, for the things that are going right in my life, I then noticed and I felt my energy being very different. I started vibrating at a higher vibration, and my relationship, with my son, the communication that he and I shared actually became very different. But that was because I began to work on my emotions, how I started to feel. And so because of that, it actually shifted. My energy shifted. My energy, you know, because I changed, then the reaction from others around me changed as well. And in a time where there's so much uncertainty, when there's so much we cannot control, what you can control is how you feel and how you react. And as I shared with you at the very beginning, I was super duper frustrated, and I did not want to go the whole quarantine time feeling that way, because it was so uncomfortable for me. It was a lot of discomfort that I was feeling within my body, within my energy field, and I knew that I wanted to change that. I had to change it because I was miserable, and I don't want to be miserable. That one day of misery is just too much, right? 1 hour of misery is too much. But it was through that contrast that led me to the things that have actually helped me continue to be looking for ways to better deal with this. So in a time of uncertainty and things that you can't control, again, the only thing you can control is you. Change your energy, shift your energy. And as you're changing that, then the environment around you will change. The people will change, the environment will change, your circumstances will change as you begin to find pleasure. So I hope that you have taken this information. I hope that this information has helped you. I tell you, it has truly been a lifesaver for me. And so I hope that you take this and that it helps you as well. Until next time, I wish you happiness, joy, love, and be curious about your simple pleasures.